Yeah.
You are live. Whoa. Here we are, right here.
From demo to drop. Welcome to Dope or Nope, the biggest weekly demo drop on the planet. Every Thursday, we bring you never-before-heard demos dropped off by new and accomplished artists and producers. Then, we offer our feedback to help songs reach their full potential. This is Dope or Nope. Now, your hosts, Nick Dietrich from the Disco Fries, 30-plus-year dance radio programmer John J.B. McDaniel, radio host and social media guru Raquel Goldie, VP of Dim Mock Records Lauren Padman, and 30-plus-year music promoter Hess. It's time for Dope or Nope.
Wow. I still can't believe we have an intro.
It's so really good.
Cool.
It only took us like years and years and years and years. Yeah. Really interesting. Hi everyone. Welcome to Dope or Nope. Remnez, what's up? So Nick Dietrich had a computer meltdown. I can't imagine being him, what he does for a living, and having a computer meltdown.
Yeah.
I can hobble together what I do. You know, like I can pull up MIDI bass, this, that, and the other thing. I can make it work.
That's an occupational hazard if I've ever heard of one.
I mean,
literally.
Wow. And he is so down for the count that we're going to have to make up sounds today, right? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Doing it.
Yeah. All right, cool. And also, John is doing his American Duty today, which I'm very excited. He does it every year. He does
Nice one,
the elections. Yeah, he works as a volunteer for that. So
Nice.
super cool. Actually, I don't know if it's volunteer, but he does a great job at whatever he does. So welcome, everyone. It is Dope or Nope. It's 3 p.m. EST. Yeah, a little after. Remnez, Radio Dave, Bianca. I saw someone else in there. It's Wally. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a bit. I saw you dropped off a song, too. So cool. Ken Loy sent me this track that I have playing in the background here. That is so good. I'm so excited to play it. I'm gonna blast it in a second. How are you guys doing? Everything good?
Great. Rocking.
Yeah.
Getting ready for Miami.
Getting
too.
ready
I'm
for
on
Music Week.
I'm on my 3rd Celsius today, so we're good.
Wow, I'm sorry. Damn, it seems
God.
aggressive.
No, not true. I am having a little bit of a problem with, sleeping. The wife has been in San Diego for since Sunday morning. She's headed to LA now, and she's doing like 6 podcast interviews, and then out at a red eye on Friday. She's doing beast mode right now. So, but have you ever noticed like when your partner's away, and I like never watch TV. Generally, never.
But now you are?
I'm binging on shows
don't turn into me.
that we used to watch like before we had kids, when we actually had time to watch TV, right? So I'm binging on NCIS, Criminal Minds, like all, because those are the kind of things we kind of enjoy to watch.
Minds.
Yeah, they're so good, but like, what am I doing? It's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't go to sleep, so I'm just like next.
So you're
next.
watching murder shows. Amazing.
I'm watching murder shows. Yeah.
Work.
All right. It's perfect living out here in the farmland. So anyway, why don't we just hop right into demos? This first one is by Ken Loy, and it's called The Sky, and I love it already.
Find the answers that I needed. Jumped out of the dark and all the shadows in between. Thought I was high enough to leave. I had all the height I needed. I'm chased around while I try to fly. All I wanted I can see from here. Up where my world disappears. All soar on the wind.
even start with that?
From the top, George. From the top.
All the bells.
Yeah.
We don't have bells today, sadly.
Ding ding.
bells
Hold-
are
hold
slightly
on.
problematic.
Ding ding ding. I'm like, do I have anything in my
Oh.
that would be a decibel?
As best I
Help.
Okay, that
Yeah.
works.
There's a lot of bells. It's okay. That could work.
It's
Yeah,
a
that
rattle. So yeah, Ken Loy smashed it.
I agree.
Um,
I concur.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, I don't. He said he's been working on this for a long time, and I think he's tried a couple different styles with his vocal.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm hoping I nailed it, and yeah, amazing, super.
I love
good.
it. I love
Okay.
it.
So for me, I think the drums are really solid. It's got a beautiful soft kick that's still punchy, but it's quite like rounded. It doesn't sound dramatic or overly assertive.
Yeah,
The bass line's really nice. The hats feel slightly commercial. I don't know how to describe it any better than that. The hats make it feel commercial, and maybe it's a hat pattern potentially.
yeah,
Also feels like it lulls a lot and it drags in some moments, where that could be quite fixed easily with just putting a kick behind it or shortening a moment or something like that. Once it's getting going and you're in the drop, it sounds great.
yeah.
Sounds really wonderful.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Sorry, Lauren.
Yeah.
I have to interrupt. I
Sure.
don't know where the number 4 is here. Nick, I know you're here. I can't figure out how to put you
Oh, we have
Oh.
a Nick. Stop it.
in. Come
He's
on.
here.
Anyway, that was my notes for Ken Loy. It's really, really good. Please feel free to send it to me. Lawn at dinmac.com. I'd be happy to try to dive into it more and see if I can give you some extra thoughts on it.
Yeah, Nick, you didn't get in fast enough. Ken Loy just dropped a bomb.
It's great. Really great record. And we've
Is
seen
there- is-
Ken send us records for a long time, so he's always been strong.
yeah, absolutely.
This is good.
Do you-
Nice vocal. Really nice vocal. It's really cool.
This part right here, hold on. Like where he like distorted or chopped up the hook. I think it's a cool idea, but I would have done the full vocal first, then maybe chopped a little bit. I would have, because it's so nice.
Yeah, that's a panning thing. It's like panning very, very fast from left to right.
Back and forth. Yeah.
Very clever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Work out.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's ethereal. He sent it to us. I was
So
like, ooh,
pretty.
this is the vibe. Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
So,
It's
so
perfect
pretty.
for summer. Like, release it.
That's
Yeah.
a radio record.
Yeah,
We'll get to that
100%.
idea in 1 minute. Nick, do you?
Am I live here? Can you
Okay.
hear
You
me?
are
I can
live.
hear
Yeah,
you.
we can
Hear
hear you and
you.
everything.
Why we can't see you?
I can't figure out how to put you in here, buddy.
Wow.
You have one. Did you make a thing for
What you
4?
do. This is so I'm not logged in because I'm on my laptop, so I don't have the login on here, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
That's
I can
why.
guide you. I can guide you on what to do.
Tell me.
Mm.
You go down to
Let's do it,
settings.
let's do it offline so we can get on to the next song, because this is a show. Let's hit it.
It is a show.
Well, I can't. I don't know how to guide him without doing it live.
Really? That's over WhatsApp. Let's try it.
I could try to type this out. I will attempt.
Yeah.
You know
let's
what?
try to do
Even
that.
better. I'll do you better. Give me 3 minutes and I will log in and I'll do it myself.
The
Yeah,
bomb.
that'll work by the end
All
of
right.
the next we'll do it.
So we'll get into the next song. This is Chemical, CHEM. Whoop, there's a vocal right at the beginning. I apologize. CHEMIKKAL, just in case you were wondering how to do that. And this is ID number 2 on Dope or Nope.
You take all that I can give and waste time with blind minds. Pretend I was completely. Oh, you beat it up so high. Just by the look in your eyes. I don't wanna come down, down. Wanna come down, down. Wanna come down, down.
2 bombs right out of the box.
So good.
Yeah,
Woof.
that was
So strong.
crazy. What do you think,
Holy.
Raquel?
I think that was
Jeez.
great. That's so strong. I think that might be one of the
Mm.
strongest records he's like sent over.
I agree. Certainly the most commercially
Yeah.
so
Playable.
radio, all the things I'd like to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. I think so
yeah.
too.
Really, really good. Yeah, Nick.
Bam!
Boom.
We got it.
There he
That
is.
worked. That worked.
Dude, first of all, just real quick, so sorry about whatever happened to your main driver
So,
computer.
Good run though. A 10-year run with my studio.
Uh-oh.
computer.
Your microphone. We can't hear you. We can hear you very, 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 very faintly.
Well, you look close to the show, but you sound like you're in the other room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'll quickly give some advice on this box fresh in my head. I just love the percussion with like the bottles. It sounds like bottles, right? But it's probably like wood blocks or xylophones or something. It's really, really cool. Super good. The only suggestion is maybe just turn it down slightly because it feels quite... And not throughout the whole record, just in the parts where she's singing, because it feels like she's competing with them.
Competing with it, yeah.
Yeah, she sounds like she's just behind them, and she should be just in forward of them. That's really the only advice. I love the bass. I love the kick. Great vocal. This is a very, very cool record. Really cool record.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I feel like we're getting into like the summer songs.
Not better, not yet.
Nope.
Hess, did you? Who was it by? Sorry.
Chemical.
Chemical.
CHEMIKKAL.
Yeah, amazing. What a record.
Yeah, 2 in a row. I
good.
think like really,
Yeah,
really
2 in a
strong
row.
radio
Great.
drivers there. Personally,
Mhm.
sorry, hold on.
Yeah, crazy. There you go. There's your bell.
But you're right about like that. The bottle sound is C here. It's a little bit hot again. He backs it off when the music slows down and she's kind of in the verse a little bit, and then brings it up in the hook again.
Just be mindful of it.
Yeah, I think. Also, I don't know. Would you suggest giving it a break here and there?
I would suggest like muting it, putting a low pass filter over it so it sounds kind of muffled.
Yeah.
And then when it opens up, it will sound like more energetic. But if it's there all the time and you're just changing the volume of it, it's not as effective as keeping it there, but it's like subtle because it's just moved into the other room and you can kind of hear it, but you're not hearing it as clearly. So
Yeah, kind of like Nick.
it was kind of like Nick, right?
Is this any better? Is this
Oh,
any better?
Oh
I like
yeah.
I like
Okay,
that.
so I'm using my iPhone microphone as my microphone for my laptop, even though I have my AirPods on, which have a microphone, and my laptop has a microphone, while the other computer is in the cemetery. This is the day.
Did you say in the cemetery just now?
In
Cemetery.
the cemetery.
So sorry, man. Wow.
No. I mean, this is how these days work, you know?
Right.
When it
Right.
happens, it happens.
And by the way, thank you for like joining us, because
Yes.
I think my head
it's
would have
good.
popped off if 10 years of studio or whatever I do died. I have an iMac sitting on the floor.
Everything is backed up upon backed up, and I've got a guy, because you need a guy.
Yeah.
You need a guy.
I've got a guy who's going to deal with all of it.
Love.
I love that.
I
Here
love
it
that
is.
guy.
Transfer it all,
Thank you.
set it all up. Yeah.
Bye.
No,
People, you
just-
need a guy.
Call me when you're done.
It's
Beautiful.
good, though. Don't worry if
Um,
you're watching and your records are being mastered right now. They're still safe. Everything is
Yeah.
good.
Everyone's spreading. That's hilarious. Like half
Oh
the
my
industry
God.
are like, no.
You're like, no, dude.
Like,
Dude,
blowing
finish
up
my
Twitter
what?
right now.
Finish
Yeah,
my hard drive.
So, fun fact, after I was assessing the tech, the computer was 10 years old. My Thunder Bay, which houses my main hard drives, is from 2008. And I have drives within that, which are from 2004. So I feel like I won the lottery. Everything's getting replaced, but I won the lottery of technology for the distance that these things have gone for me.
Absolutely. And that they
need
still
to-
work good enough to back it up. You know?
Yep.
need to back up
Very
my
happy
computer.
with
You're
that.
giving me anxiety. Okay, I'm gonna do
I'm-
that.
I'm looking for my portable right now, to be honest.
Literally.
I might
I
just
haven't.
plug in my external hard drive and get it doing during the show. Actually,
I don't, interestingly, I don't keep a thing on my computer.
oh wow,
What does that mean?
it's
don't
all
have-
in the cloud.
There's no files. There's no,
Oh.
Yeah.
other than losing the computer itself, I don't, all my stuff is in the air, man.
Oh wow.
Damn,
I don't,
that's wild.
and I learned that very, very hard lesson many times, long time ago. And I had the bays and I had the multiple, drives and, the fractional backup here, a little bit there, a little bit there. I was like, what am I doing? I don't do
I
what you
wish
guys
it
do,
were-
so I don't.
I wish it were fast enough to do that for everything, but
Yeah.
it's just not quick enough for music.
I
stuff,
work on
so.
stuff locally, and then I literally do not walk away until I put it somewhere else.
That's smart though.
Smart man.
Yeah, phone's the same way. But Raquel, we were talking earlier about just like radio in general, and now that we've had two of these bangers in a row, just real quick, I know Raquel wanted to mention that you had been asked a few times about putting things on radio. I get asked that question a lot. What are people saying to you?
Just, I love being sent records. Love it so much. I just don't have the capability of adding any records in rotation. I think that's a little bit of the confusion, especially in the United States, with like how music is added to radio specifically, especially with like mix shows and stuff. Obviously, for Vinny's show, it's a mix show, so it's a little bit different because we do an hour mix from whatever DJ we're asking to get a mix from, and different records are put in. That's different than like saying on hits one, adding a record into rotation. Like you can't just email whoever and be like, hey, can you put it on? Like, it doesn't work like that at all in US radio.
Yeah, I mean, we could have an entire show double this length just talking about how to manage some of that stuff. But what I would say is if you feel like your song fits in a certain place, please be clear about what that is that you're trying to get onto this station. Listen to the station. I get, I'm sure all of you get demos as well, and it's like, people are sending me stuff all the time for Armada. So I don't do A&R there. But I do the radio part. And if it's something in that lane, I can go in and fight for it. But I get things a lot of times that are just like, I was like, did you listen to anything on the label? Like, this is so far removed from what this could, like I got something the other day, which I thought was banging. And I was like, this doesn't fit Armada at all, but I sent it to Lauren because I really felt like it was a new noise kind of vibe. So understand exactly where you're sending things. And even if you get the chance to reach out to a radio station directly, like really listen to what's going on, because it's important. Because then if you send that, and look, if it's close, like I get it, this could work. And I do that all day, every day. But at the same time, there's a matter of credibility and respect that you spent time listening to them. And you're like, I hear these things, it sounds like this thing, I'm going to send it.
I think there's also too, like, there's laws in place, right? So you can't just be like the label reaching to the radio station. That's why you exist. And I think it's different, obviously, too, in other countries, I think. I don't know. From what I understand. So 99% of the time, if you are a new artist pitching to, let's say, Rita or BPM, they're probably not going to just put your record on the radio.
They get a lot of emails.
Right.
They get a lot of emails. But, like, you got to take a shot, right? So on the other side of that, I'm always telling people, like, if you think it fits and you've really spent time listening, go to social media and see what these people are talking about that you want to send things to. What are they talking about? What are they posting about? What are the kind of things that they might tell you that they like? Some people program a station, but maybe like things a little bit on the edge of either side of that, just to get a conversation going. But listen, I think listening to the station is a really big deal. All right, back to demos. Did we cover that?
I think so.
It's such a rabbit hole of conversation. I just want to make sure I don't I spend all day in there. All right, this is interesting. This is a merger remix of, and I'm just going to play a little piece of it. It's Will Smith, Miami. Oh, we'll probably get thrown off for this, but here we go.
In time.
Here we go. Dope or nope? I'm going to hop around a little bit.
Yeah.
Welcome to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami.
Check it out.
I think you get the general idea that I normally don't play the remix of kind of covered things, but we are going to Miami, so, you know. What do you guys think?
I think I have to listen to the full thing, but it sounds good from what we heard. It's a vibe.
Yeah, I think he kicked it pretty good.
It's like a pressure track that's just going to keep cruising. It doesn't sort of sound like it unloads. It's and blows up in any one particular moment. It just sort of feels like it cruises through. It's nice. It's a good record.
Yeah, I like the production.
People in Miami would like it. They would love it.
Yeah, that's a nice record.
Yeah, I love it. I love these guys. I think their sound is always consistent. I'm not biased, but I am biased because we just did a record with them. But the kick drum sounds bananas in these headphones. Really good. So
that's great.
I love the low end. Low end mix is awesome. And I think, look, this works for a bunch of different rooms. It works for the open format guys, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it works for the house heads, too, in the context of a set of some cooler records. You throw something in familiar, and it'll go off. I'm sure this will work.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Raquel, you're in?
Yes. We would love it. It would be fun during music
It's a cover,
week.
but I'm still going to give it a little bit of this.
Oh, yeah, a little bell.
I feel
What is that? So I wasn't here early. What is that thing?
Sorry, this is a...
oh, yeah, we don't even know.
It's a silver rattle.
Of course it is.
Funny story. Mark Finkelstein, former owner of Strictly Rhythm, gave each of my kids one of these when they were born.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is cool.
I keep them in the office. Yeah, pretty neat. Okay. All right, next demo is Mesa and Boss. Take Me, the Dope or Nope edit. Yeah. That is Mason Boss, Take Me, the Dope or Nope edit, right here on Dope or Nope, ironically. Raquel, would you like to go first on that?
I always say, whatever festival they play at, I want to be there, and I feel that way about this one as well.
Yeah. Totally. Absolutely. Lauren?
Fun.
Great. So rocking. Really cool. Vocals feel really well mixed in the song. Breathy but not too thinned out. Great kick and bass moving along. So I think the drop felt slightly repetitive, only because there's the part where I was expecting it to stop, it didn't, and it kept on going, which means that if you want to buy permission to continue something when it normally should break, just have to add an extra thing. It can be a high string, it can be a shaker, it can be a hat, it could be a little guitar lick, it could be a MIDI pluck, it could be anything at all. But that's literally my only thoughts, just in terms of arrangement. But I really like it. But I'd be very curious, Nick, what you think about I would
agree with that. I agree with that feedback. I also think the melody in the drop is strong. It's got like a little bit of a catchiness to it. Obviously, this is kind of like a vibe record. It's more about the energy. But there is something catchy about the melody in that drop. And I would allude to it somehow in the build or maybe in the verse. You don't have to play that full... you don't have to play the full line, but you could throw it on maybe like a bell or a light piano in the background, so the listener catches it before it happens. So it reinforces the melody, and they walk away from the record remembering that. So that's smart. I would think about doing that, Mr. Mesa and Boss.
That's smart. Nice. Or even just tease it, just go da-da-da, and that's it, and they don't, and then later it expands. Yeah. Great.
Yeah,
love
really
it, though.
good
The mix
stuff.
is great. I mean, the mix pops like crazy.
Yeah, I thought
it's
so.
Really good.
Yeah.
And this sound just doesn't go away. You think it's going to go away. Years pass, and it comes back.
People keep trying.
I think it's great.
They keep saying it's going away, but nope. All right, Mason Boss, thanks for sending that. Rimnez up next, and this is called Talk It on Dope or Nope.
Like I'm I mean it. Talk too much, I seen it. Talk it like I mean it. Talk too much, I seen it. Talk it like I mean it. I walk it, then I leave it. Don't talk too much, I seen it. I do it, and you best believe it. Talk it like I mean it. I walk it, then I leave it. Don't talk too much, I seen it. I do it, and you best believe it. Best believe it, 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 believe it, believe it. Talk it, 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 talk it like I'm.
That is Rimnez with Talk It. I mean,
yeah, I'll take all those bells also.
I got
such a hot record. Really great. Big fan.
Yeah. Wow. Bro. That is kicking. Who wants to go first?
I love this with the riser constantly through the whole drop at the end.
Yeah.
I think it was like right from the top of the last drop, you felt it the entire time.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Absolutely. I also like that little stutter in the when they start to really take off. There's like that little kind of like a stutter in the middle of that. I like that.
The only thing I wanted was a little bit more processing of the vocal. Doing stuff to trick out the vocal, delay it out, throw it to reverb, pitch up the reverb, because there's a lot of room for that. And right now it just kind of sounds laid in. And it works, and it functions with the song just fine. But I think you could push it up a notch with a little more production on the vocal.
Cool. Thank you. Raquel?
No, I agree.
I feel like I was going to say the energy is great. Everything is like pushing forward. Do something to make it more interesting. I think that's what needs to be done, because otherwise it just sounds like an iteration of I'm losing it, and there's a million iterations of that already. So I think if you were to find something that was going to make it sound different and not just be like, oh, it sounds like that song, but it's not that song, then you're going to be in a golden, and it's going to be your own thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good point.
Lauren?
Perfect.
I didn't make the reference to lose it until you said that. I was like,
That's all I heard. That's all I heard the whole time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, everything that Raquel and Nick said is exactly perfect, like an amalgamation of that. Just some more variation and not making it sound too similar to what's already going on. There's a difference between taking inspiration and then kind of sounding like a sound-alike, and you don't want to do that, to Raquel's point.
Right. All right, once again, that is Mr. Rimnes with Talk It. Up next, Twala, who hasn't been around a little bit. I'm excited to hear this. This is called Penthouse. This is a work in progress, aren't we all? Twale, that's called Penthouse. We're on a higher level this week. Is it me?
That song does exactly what it's trying to do.
Yep.
It's exactly what it's trying to do. It's those kinds of low ceiling, dark venues that play heavy songs from 4 a.m. to Oblivion.
Oblivion.
That's the record. That's what I'd be playing, because it doesn't have enough vocal to be commercial or cheesy or whatever. It's got a little bit, a snippet to keep people interested, so it doesn't seem boring. It's great. It does exactly what it's meant to do. Awesome record.
In my head, when I was listening to this, to that point,
yeah,
all I could remember, the scene in my head was the Roof from Space opening at whatever time in the morning that happens.
7 a.m.
I'd like to say I remember, but I don't. So,
But you have your chance in 2 weeks, Hess.
Yeah. I think that ship has sailed.
Big mood.
But you never know. I'm just saying.
Never know.
Yeah, just really, really, it's exactly what's in the bottle.
Wait,
Good
you know
stuff.
they do yoga right now? Like
Yeah.
sunrise yoga. So you
I
could
know.
go like start your day there in your workout.
That's a good point. That's a very
Yeah.
good point.
I won't
That's
be
a
doing
very
that, but
good
you
point.
might.
Yeah, I won't be there. No, that's a great point. Really, really nice. Twally, man. Way to kick it. Nick, do you have some thoughts around that?
No, loved it. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. He's in the chat. Nice work, man. Got nothing to
Yeah.
add here.
Really.
Just
And
we
welcome
want to
back.
hear more from you and keep making these records. I feel like it's an awesome direction. I don't know your
Yeah.
stuff that well, but I think this is a great lane to be in. These
I
are
kinda feel
also
like
records that don't age.
Right. Good point. I feel like previously, but it's been a little while. I have to like really go back in the sheet. But I feel like the stuff was a lot softer. Like this is not that. This is a way different place.
No, hard record. Tough record, actually. Just tough, strong, good.
Yeah.
Like has the grit.
Yeah.
Good
There's
grit.
the grit. Very nice. I like that. Well, speaking of grit, Mr. Bad Monkey. And this is called I'm Back.
Good transition.
Thank you. I learned from listening to you all the time.
Yes, I've been back at it, on this music like a bad habit. I abuse it like a crack at it. I shoot the beat and take a crack at it. I'm back at it. These damn pigs, they can't have it. I'm spitting truth like a cold passer, a soul rapper for these old bastards. Back at it. Yes, I've been back at it. Crack at it, I'm crack at it, I'm crack at it. Back at it, yes, I've been back at it. Damn pagans, they can't have it, yes, I've been back. Keep bringing it back. Said I'm bringing it back. Said I'm bringing it back.
Nice.
Fucking with my gang, we popping off the big skank. Get hopping off of my lane. I know these bars I got are insane. Cause I'm fucking the track, they attack like a Mac when I rat-a-tat-tat and I leave your face flat. Y'all can't react, I'ma smoke with your pack and just sit back, relax, cause I'm bringing it back. Yeah, I'm bringing it back. Said I'm bringing it back. Yeah, I'm bringing it back. What you did for like bringing it back. Would y'all believe that I'm bringing it back? Back at it. Yes, I've been back at it.
I'm exhausted.
Oh, man, give me a bell for that record.
Literally.
Please.
Literally all
All
of
right,
them.
now I'll tell you everything that's wrong with it.
Oh.
Help.
No, I love it. I love everything about it. There was just so I felt like once that breakbeat came into the second half of the record, the vocal found its pocket, and it's almost like he made that work perfectly, and then into the drop it worked great. The whole first half of the record, I felt like the vocal was never really locked in. Like the cadences were weird against the beat, kind of. It never really like locked in. But then once I got to that section, it was there. So if there's a way for him to mess with that vocal, the vocal production at the first half of the record a bit more and get it tighter, I feel like this is a big winner. Sound design is killer. Nick sounded awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
I really
I've
like
seen
this
guy-
piece. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, like after hearing his records over the last year and a half, night and day improvements.
Like this little piece right here, this like slayed me right here. I mean,
The weird bubble sound, I was like, whoa.
you imagine like 3 a.m, like people are tripping, and that happens. They're like, Lauren, you're kind of quiet, man. What do you got? Oh, he's emailing him. I see what's going on.
Yeah, cool. So, the record will come out in, looks like it's coming out in 4 weeks.
Exactly.
No.
I'm like, he gets really quiet, but you can see he's like, all right. Really strong. We were chatting, all of us like offline. I'll tell everybody about the idea about what kind of rapper it could be, and we were thinking it could be like a UK. I thought it could be a UK grime rapper, and then just like you said, Nick, later in the song, it fell into the pocket, and I'm like, oh wait, hang on, this is fine, this is great, yeah,
and it just fit super nice. I feel like I've heard this before, this kind of feeling in the electro-ness of it. That's the only thing about it that felt, I don't know if it feels new, but the fact that he's saying I'm bringing it back, and maybe he's talking about the electro synth that we were using around 2008-ish onwards, I think. So, I don't know. I would be concerned enough to ask another producer or Nick or someone, hey, do you think this synth sounds too retro in a good or a bad way? Should I put a little filter over it? Should I put a layer on it? That's really my only question on it, is does it feel a little bit too cringe or cheesy to have that exact synth, or how could you make it feel a little bit fresher? Only because I'm so familiar with it.
So I agree. It does have familiarity.
Familiarity, sure.
That's a good word, yeah.
So
easy for you to say.
But I feel like those little moments that, like these little breaks that happen, are what makes it modern and what makes it current and fresh. So I would actually just encourage him to push into some more of that stuff. That little ear candy that sounds tricked out and new.
Yeah.
And that pushes the limit of the production a little bit, because then you could get away with a nostalgic synth and it's fine.
Okay.
It doesn't feel dated, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think it ever hurts to try options, but it didn't bother me so much when some of the other stuff was slick. And this is like a further callback to like 80s hip hop.
Right. Yeah, it's really awesome.
Dope.
No worries. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure about this. It was more of a question to, is this a problem or is this okay?
Yeah. Really good stuff. Raquel?
I love it. I love it.
I
literally love it so much. I think, what Lauren said offline, like, do we need the UK grime? But then when it got into the pocket, I think it's just like, you got to make your decision of which way you want to go with that. And then it could go either way.
Right.
But yeah, this slaps so hard.
Super amazing. Super amazing.
Great.
All right. I think, do we have room for one more? Lauren, you got to jump, right? All right.
I can do it.
This is JM, JAYEM, and this is with Hannah Cross, and this is called Heaven.
But don't let go and leave me here on my own, 'cause I'm not that strong all alone. Save me, take me far like I'm this crazy. Nobody knows me the way we do what we do when we do, when we do. That's invincible, in your arms let me drown. Something natural, all I need is you now. Kiss me inside, love me like we're heaven. That's invincible, in your arms let me drown. Something natural, all I need is you now. Kiss me inside, love me like we're heaven. We're heaven. Love me like we're heaven. Kiss me inside, love me like we're heaven. Kiss me inside, love me like we're heaven. I guess I'm thinking that you're winning me over. I guess that's cool, 'cause that means I can
That's JM with Hannah Cross, and that's called Heaven. Nick?
Yeah, I love JM stuff. He's actually got a record coming out on Liftoff tomorrow.
Look at that.
Check him out. This one's super cool. He had actually sent me a folder of stuff that was a little further up in tempo than this, that was really melodic and in this style. I would urge him to maybe bump the BPM of this up a bit.
Yeah.
And see how it feels. The mix on the low end was a little off for me, like really boomy, but the I don't know that that's the right kick. I would just play around with some kick options, and I wanted more of the Lorne 16th note hi-hats or shakers in the drop to give it some movement. That would be all from my end. The song's pretty tight. I like the vocal. I like the nostalgic vibe of it. Really cool there, but I think it's all a mixed thing.
Yeah.
Man. Raquel?
Very, very like Cascada every time we touch vibes.
Yeah.
Which who doesn't love that? But
Right.
I think the vocal was too loud. Like it was competing with whatever was going on underneath it. So I think that because of that, it like wasn't sitting in the pocket for me. So I was like listening like that. So I think once that's figured out, I think it'll be a really great radio like anthem. It could be for sure. But I really love the vocal. I do a lot.
Vocal's really strong, for sure, and I think you're leaning into it kind of hard by putting it up a little too loud, to Raquel's point and Nick's point about the mix not being exactly right. But all the ideas are mostly there. A little bit of propulsion energy in sort of some kind of 16th note thing. I do agree with you agreeing with me, Nick. That's probably what it is. I'm a
Is that
sucker
a weird
for
way to pat yourself on the shoulder there?
No, not at all. No, I guess the joke is that that's like my standard A&R advice, and Nick knows it so well. And I guess he's heard it so many thousands of times. But I don't know. Can't beat it. I think it's that's what stops it from being more stomping, and it makes it feel more energetic and gives it a little bit more shuffle.
Yeah.
But it's a great record. It's so nice.
Yeah.
It's really enjoyable to listen to.
I think so too. Like sometimes when we get these records, we're like, it feels like too much like a Cascada, and it's like cheesy. But like this one didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
So I think whatever is making it not that, like lean more into that as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's cheesy, and I really like the way you guys each, Raquel, you as well, explain like the part about the vocal, because that's the part that's rubbing me on this. I hate to be the odd man out.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
I don't like hate the vocal, but it rubs me a little bit, and maybe it's how it sits in the mix, Nick, or some of the other things you guys were talking about on the production end, or it's definitely feels loud. But aside from that, it just rubs a little bit, and I'd love JM to come back, do some work on it, and then bring it back and hear it again, because I think there's definitely things going on in there that are really valuable, and I just feel like that vocal needs to I'm going to use the word integrate more with what's happening with the rest of the sounds.
Yeah, I feel like this is common advice that I feel like we give to producers, but I think a lot of times, and we're guilty of it too, you get a pretty good sounding sample from a loop pack, or you get produced vocals from a vocalist and they sound fantastic. They might have a little bit of reverb or delay on them, and you lay them in, and then you resume to working on your instrumental, because that's what you know best. You don't know vocals, maybe. So you think it sounds good enough, and you never go back to treating that vocal so it marries into the track. And I think every producer is guilty of it at some level, but it's something to keep in mind, because I feel like it's a recurring theme here of things that we hear, and it's definitely something that like we always go back to working on at this point in our career, but it's good to keep in mind, any producers watching.
Yeah, I agree. Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We've come to 4:03. We started a little bit late, but that's all we have today. We do have a few more demos, and I think we're good next week. Yeah, I was just thinking Miami's right around the corner. So what do you guys have planned for the weekend? Raquel, what are you doing?
Tomorrow's the Pitbull concert. So.
Oh wow!
Gotta go see my Radio Dad live.
Yeah, Dad.
Radio Dad. I love that. Barkin, I'm gonna get to your demo next week. I promise it'll be first up. So don't be late, like we are. Lauren, what do you got?
Bit of admin on Saturday. I've got a pretty grueling schedule coming up. Sunday goes to Indian Wells for the tennis tournament that's out there.
Oh yeah.
And then the following weekend is Tampa and West Palm Beach, and then Miami for the conference. And I get back for a day, and then I go to Australia. And I'll be in Perth, on the other end of the world. So logging in for this is going to be super fun for the time zone, but I'll give it a red hot shot.
Well, let's just say we're going to be taking, obviously, the week of Miami off. So that's good news.
Yeah.
That's what time is that again in the morning for you or at night?
No, I haven't even looked. I'm too afraid to look. I also afraid to look at the set times for 11, the DIMAC party that we're running on the Friday night. I don't think, the club is a late night club, so it doesn't open until 11 and it goes through till 8 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
So our catch up on Saturday could be dusty.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to move that actually to noon.
That'd be
great.
great.
We can just all go to the DIMAC party and then we'll be
there. You go.
To catch up.
And then we'll all be laying on the ground. Well, that sounds like a fun weekend, and I'm definitely looking forward to Miami. Nick, what are you doing besides putting your stuff back together?
I'm loading every piece of technology into my car shortly. and driving straight to a dumpster. But before I go to the dumpster, I'm going to my guy to transfer all the information over onto new stuff.
All right.
And then this is how I'm going to spend my weekend, reinstalling everything. It's fun. It's fun times.
Bless your soul.
It's like a technology shower, though. Once you get done, you feel so clean and new and fast.
True.
Yeah, and your bank account is almost zero.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah, totally.
You have new Apple products everywhere, and it costs you all the money.
And wow. All right. Well, that sounds like an enormous amount of fun. I am going to hang out here. My wife comes home Saturday morning after a red eye, so we'll let her sleep a little bit. Going to hit the gym, so we're looking sharp for Miami. I'm going 7 straight days into it.
Wow.
I'm really excited for that. I have a really good plan. But most of all, this weekend I'm going to go back to making a couple recipes. One is vegan chocolate mousse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is so good. So good. But yeah, so there it is. Every Thursday, 3 p.m. EST. Tell your friends. We do the best demo drop possible. You heard it today. This music is insane. I can't. It's hard to even say.
I gotta go, guys. Sorry, gotta roll.
Yeah, later, man. Later. Thank you. It's hard to even call these demos sometimes. I'm really amazed by what's going on. For 3 years? How long are we doing this?
4, right?
4 years later. Right. Sorry. And don't forget to hug someone you love. It's never too late to tell them how you feel. And more important than ever, as of late, to tell people how you feel. Yes. Nick, are you able to rate, or should I? How do I just?
No, don't worry about rating. I'm just
no rating today.
At this point.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much. We'll see you online.